Citizen Television.
For the week beginning with Friday, the 15th of January 2021. So what are we looking at here? Well, if we looked at the moon and where it's at in the sky, it would be hard to see it because it's just, there's a little sliver coming out now because we had a new moon a few days ago, and now the moon's in the constellation of Aquarius in a lunar mansion known as Dynista. Now Dynista is ruled by Mars, and Dynista symbol is the flute of Shiva, or the flute of Krishna rather, or the drum of Shiva. But there's some musical ability here. And it's about getting things done and showing a light. Now half of this nakshatra is in Capricorn, the other half's in Aquarius. Now in Western astrology, in the tropical zodiac today, we've got a moon in Aquarius that's going to go into Pisces at 2:17 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So the weekend is dominated by a Pisces moon. And that's given us hope for having empathy for each other, and having a good imagination, and doing creative things, and working on artsy projects. Now, what else is going on up there? Well, we've got, in the Western zodiac, and we have Mercury in Aquarius, Venus in Capricorn, Mars in Taurus, Jupiter and Saturn both in Aquarius, not as tightly conjoined, but still conjoined. And then Uranus in Taurus, Neptune in Pisces, Pluto in Capricorn, and that's enough. It's enough of that for right now. So, sign by sign, beginning with you, Aries. Greetings, Aries. Welcome to your horoscope. So, one of the things about Aries is being very straightforward, being very upfront. And so we want to make sure that your honesty is respected. Now, what does Capricorn time mean to Aries? Because this whole week will be pretty much the tail end of Capricorn until Tuesday. And Tuesday at 12:40 p.m. the sun is going to go into Aquarius. Wow. So the sun is going to join Jupiter and Saturn, and things are going to get serious. Things are going to get real. And so that's your social house. So maybe it's the beginning of some type of social life. Maybe your social life's limited to Zoom and chatting with people on social media like Instagram or Facebook or something. But you'll be like making something happen for yourself. Beneficial contacts, people that you could benefit from, are going to come in your life. And what else is going on? Well, we do have a moon in Aries on beginning Sunday night, and most of the day Tuesday. In fact, we won't see the moon in Taurus until Wednesday at 10:56. So, and that's a good thing too. everything's devoted towards your social life, and it's best to kind of like look at the first few days this weekend and stuff as like, well, this could be losses. So, I mean, I wouldn't go out gambling or anything like that. I would focus on my spiritual life and paying debts and working on creating good karma for yourself. All right, we are going over to the land of Taurus. I am not a Taurus. I'm a visitor with a gun. No. All right, so greetings, Taurus, and welcome to your horoscope. So Venus is now in Aquarius, in Capricorn. Yes, Venus is in Capricorn, and so Venus is in your 9th house, and so it's about studying art. It's about long-distance relationships. It's about making sure you've got the knowledge of beauty. Do you have the knowledge of what women have been through? You know, that would be like her story, you know, which is different than his story. It's probably a lot longer story from what I could tell. But, you know, women weren't even allowed to learn how to read and write in a lot of cases up until like, you know, 150 years ago or so. And so it was like there was an intentional patriarchal holdback on what women can do. And so whenever one person or one group suffers, we all suffer, regardless of what's dangling or not dangling down between your legs. So Uranus and Mars are going to be getting closer together in your chart. So Mars is in your 1st house now. This gives you a lot more energy. And let's look at it this way. Most of you in sidereal Vedic astrology are Aries, who are Tauruses, as far as sun sign goes. So there's this greater motivation. And the Sun and Mars are friends. And so there's this motivation, but Uranus is a trickster. And things can get pretty wild, and, you know, there's corruption in big business and government, huge, and it's not fair, especially to poorer people, and people have been left out. And so we're going to hear from them this week. We're going to hear from you this week. Pisces moon, good for socializing. You'll get together with your people. Moon will be in Taurus on Wednesday, so Wednesday, Thursday, even part of Friday next week. Yeah. Greetings, Gemini. Welcome to your horoscope. And Gemini likes to talk about stuff. Now, Capricorn time is generally not an easy time for Gemini. Let's get that clear. That's an 8th house transit. That is other people's property, other people's power. It's also, though, occult studies, astrology, the tarot, learning about these kind of magical arts. They sometimes call them the mantic arts. And so, following Mercury, I heard that Mercury was going to go retrograde pretty soon, and I wasn't really so sure up on it, but sure enough it will at the end of the month. But we're okay right now. You know, we're not playing any Mercury retrograde games for a couple of weeks still. So that's nice, you know. And where is Mercury? Mercury's in Aquarius, right? So Mercury in Aquarius functions very well for a Gemini. That means that Mercury is rocking your 9th house. So you're learning more. You're doing higher information, higher values. These things are easy to see, easy to track, easy to follow you. And so when you're able to learn something quick, and it just kind of makes you happy, it feels sort of rewarding. And I'd also say that Aquarius time is going to be a better time for you to travel if you want to travel. And so, yeah, I mean, there's always these talks of these like super spreader things, you know. It's just like anything super sounds good, you know. It's like, whoa, super, whoa, you know. It's like, but in the words of Jim Croce, You don't tug on Superman's cape, and you don't spit in the wind, and you don't pull the mask off the old Long Ranger, and you don't mess around with Slim. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so I think it's good fortune for Gemini. You're going to have a good week. That's what I'm going to say. And we'll leave it at that. Greetings, Cancer. Welcome to your horoscope. So, I mean, Capricorn time is all about these, like, all these confrontations, you know, and all these negotiations. And some of you Cancers probably started new careers. Some of you probably started new relationships. Some of you probably dumped the relationship you were in favor of something that might be more appealing. I don't know. I mean, I think no matter who you're in a relationship with, the primary relationship is with the self. And when you're ruled by the moon, you're all over the map. And, you know, because you go through every sign of the zodiac in a month, you know. It takes a good majority of us at least a year to play that game. So, what I'm seeing is the start of the weekend is the weekend's nice, generally speaking. I mean, moon's in Pisces, water sign, 9th house, good time to get away, possibly. I know it is Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday, and Martin Luther King Jr. was awesome. He said some amazing things. This is that we live in a society that has capitalism for the poor and socialism for the rich. And I was like, this is brilliant. It's so true, because they give big grants to defense contractors, oil companies, big pharma. All of these people just get loads of money laid on them. And the small people don't see that, you know, and we saw that in this pandemic. People weren't getting their money. But now people are yelling and making a lot of noise, and hopefully they'll get something more than just a little bit of chump change. People in Congress, senators, judges, and, you know, presidents and whatnot, they've already got themselves taken care of. They got theirs, and they don't give a flying F about us. I don't care whether you're talking Orange Man or Lunch Bucket Blow. Oh, God. But, you know, you're going through some transformation. I mean, Aquarius time is not like an easy ride for Cancers. I'm going to be really honest. And everybody's like, oh, come on, KozMcKev, tell me 2021 is going to be better. I mean, well, anything you want to have better, you're going to have to work for it to be better. And you have to be in assemblage with good people to help it make it better. So keep good company, know who wants to help you, and stay away from those who don't. Greetings, Leo. Welcome to your horoscope. Well, I mean, Capricorn time is a lot of work, and for you, you might have been going through a lot of obstacles, and maybe dealing with uncles and aunts, issues with small pets. A lot of people have died. A lot of people's pets have died. You know, Saturn is sort of a grim reaper in a lot of ways. Comes on with the darkest, but slowly brings us a little bit more light as we're going on here. And that's important. We want to stay positive. We want to be in the light, and more light is coming. I mean, even though it's, you know, we still got 2 or 3 months of cold weather, maybe 4 if you live really high up in the mountains or really far north. But eventually things are going to get better. And I see career opportunities for Leo that could be inspiring, they could be good, and you want to take advantage of those. And the other thing I say about this week too is that we're still in we're totally in Kalsarpa yoga, which means all the planets are on one side of the chart, hemmed in by the nodes of the moon. Yeah. So if things seem really one-sided right now, and polarized, blame it on the grahas, the planets. I mean, planets are grabbers. They grab onto our energy. And for Leo, I would say things are going to get a little better. You're kind of in the eye of the hurricane as Sun moves into Aquarius. And but I see it motivating you to be in better partnerships, better position in life in general. Okay. Greetings, Virgo, and welcome to your horoscope. How we doing in Virgo land? Yeah. Well, it's like Aquarius time is work for Virgo. It's the sixth house, which is obstacles, and it's work, and it's serving and helping others, which Virgos are really good at. And it's also like you need to watch your own health while we go through this period of time. And I mean, we always do. I mean, I find myself, I'm a Western Virgo ascendant, and I look at, late January into February as a time where, hey, I got to keep on my health, exercise, get up in the mountains, go cross-country skiing as much as I can, and try to avoid those yummy, sweet goodies that can destabilize my gut flora and invite sickness to come in. We don't want sickness. We want good things. And serving others, making donations to the poor, little things like this help your health. And because of Saturn being in your sixth house in this transit, along with the sun and everything, Saturn's going to make you work hard, and you just got to realize that. And that is going to dominate the next 2 years. So you're going to be working for what you got, and I think real rewards will come if you follow that plan. Okay, so Libra, welcome to your horoscope. So nice to be with you. So what do we got going on here? Well, I mean, it's pretty easy to see that most of the planets are going to be moving into your fifth house. This is happy. Working on your heart. This is a place of joy. This is a place where creative energy comes out. This is a place where issues about your children come out. And that's where the focus is. Now, Moon in Pisces this weekend, I'd say, watch your health, take care of organization and projects. And as Moon enters into Aries, that'll be a little happier for you, but then it goes into Taurus as the Sun goes into Aquarius, and so it's like, it's more transformation. You're not in control of stuff. You're usually pretty easygoing, but I've seen this kind of feistier, like, I'm not happy, I don't know if I trust you, I'm mad at you, type of thing coming out of Libra. And then it's like, oh God, I'm sorry, now you don't think I'm nice. I'm like, whatever. It's like, think what you want. Just flow with it. Don't talk a little Venus talk? Well, yeah, Venus is in the fifth house too, so that's going to create more creativity and more love. And who couldn't, well, no, Venus is going to be mostly in the fourth house, so it's like, you've got a feeling deep inside. Oh yeah. Oh boy. All right. Okay, so greetings Scorpio, and welcome to your horoscope. So Scorpio, Mars is now in your seventh house, along with Uranus, and so it's like trying to be diplomatic. I think one of the things I've heard from like my nonviolent communication training, they say the word should is a violent word. Try not to use the word should. You might say instead it could be desirable rather than you should do this. And says one might find it desirable if you put your boots on before going out into cold rain and puddles. You see how that sounds different than saying you should put your boots on. And if you go on social media, people are often obsessed with calling other people stupid. And I have news for you people. Calling other people stupid does not make your viewpoint sound smarter. What it does do, though, it convinces the other person that you're calling stupid that you're a very mean, rude person. That's all. because you don't give them the dignity to patiently explain what you want to explain to, what your point is. You'd rather be dismissive. Don't be dismissive, Scorpio. Try to embrace everyone as they are and see everyone as worth loving. Engaging in inappropriate behavior because other people engage in inappropriate behavior means that you're reactionary and you're letting their behavior make your decisions for you. You don't want to do that. Aquarius time is about getting in touch with your feelings, your mother, your parents, your ancestors. And this weekend in Pisces should be pretty chill. It should be creative. You should come up with some great ideas. I'm looking forward to see what you come up with. All right. Greetings, Sagittarius, and welcome to your horoscope. Yeah. It's been a long one, right? So many people are on one. So Jupiter and Saturn are in the third house, and so that's where the sun is moving this week too. And so the third house is about where we get courage, where we get curiosity, where we gain information, where we work with our hands. It's our younger siblings. It's people we knew in from grade school to undergrad school. It has something to do with education because information does. And it's also to be able to go. It's kind of like in Beauty and the Beast when she goes into that forbidden, where the beast tells her, don't ever go into that west ring or whatever, where the rose is, and that, that third house is like I'm going to check out where that rose is in the glass, I want to see this thing. What's that beast hiding from me? Well, once you go down that rabbit hole and you find out stuff, suddenly you're on the unpopular side. It's like, wait a second, this doesn't match the science that I've been told by mainstream media and the narrative, and you're going to be very lonely. You might be right. But isn't it nicer to be deceived in mass and just, hey, yeah, they told us that's what happened, It's just like, that passport just magically flew down. Well, don't ask about black boxes and things like that. Look at the passport. Never mind about the $3 trillion missing the other day. Don't mind that guy in the room operating things. Everyone could use a little Wizard of Oz time, and I think that's going to be a good thing for you, Sagittarius. Do a little Wizard of Oz action this week. Okay, let's go to Capricorn. Greetings, Capricorn, and welcome to your horoscope. Capricorn is really like the zodiac sign of obedience. When you see that Igor the Giant or whatever, obey, obey. I mean, he was really prophetic as to what we're at right now. Do as you're told. I'm mean and angry. I don't know why people got off on that. It just seems so sinister and dark. Maybe people are comforted by sinister and dark things. I'm not sure. It's a very strange planet, and I imagine with all the GMOs and weird stuff in food, it doesn't really surprise me, the hormones and the estrogen-like chemicals. We've come to this really crazy place in human history. What are you going to do about it, Capricorn? Well, for one thing, you have more love in your life with Venus in the first house. And, Venus is going to get a little closer to Pluto every day. And Sun's going to move into your second house. So what I see is there's a lot of wealth coming to you, actually. You're going to be getting wealthier in some ways. And you're going to be dealing with finances and selling and getting rid of things. You're kind of preparing for a new you, a new abundant you. I kind of like this. It sounds good. I'm getting excited for Capricorn right now. And it's also like issues a lot of times the second house affect your teeth, your throat, things like that. So if you need dental work or something, get it done. Fix things, and family members and friends of the family, they can pull your strings a little more and something like this. Just something to keep in mind here. Greetings, Aquarius, and welcome to your horoscope. Well, it was so dark and gloomy, wasn't it? It was all dark and gloomy. But then all this enlightenment started to come up. And you like to be a part of the enlightenment. You also like to stir the pot and be sort of a naysayer just for the sake of being different. That's one of the more aggravating traits of Aquarius, is like, I feel so normal, I'm going to act like I'm crazy so that things won't be boring, you know. Aquarians do that intentionally. You know what I'm talking about. Anyhow, and then the worst part is the know-it-all thing. You know, Aquarius's key phrase is, I know. The only one who gets away with that really cool is Bruce from Family Guy. He says, I know. You know who's got a mustache? I know. Oh, did you see who's wearing a vest? I know. Bruce was definitely an Aquarius. There's no doubt about it. Other cartoon character signs, Homer Simpson, a Taurus, Peter Kimmel and the Family Guy is a Leo. And both of them fit those signs really well. All these Tauruses and Leos are going to be mad at me now, but it's okay. It's just one thing, you know what I mean? When it comes to sun signs, there's like 30 different varieties. One size does not fit all, folks. In fact, here's the other mind blower for you Aquarians, is that you're every sign of the zodiac. Every one of us has got every sign of the zodiac in our charts. So it's all of us. It's not them, it's us. Well, greetings Pisces, and welcome to your horoscope. As we're clearing out the debris from the last year, and we're moving forward into 2021. Let's enjoy this weekend. This weekend's got a moon in Pisces. This is a good thing. Jupiter with Saturn's in your 12th house. You know how to deal with isolation. You know how to deal with spiritual mojo. You know how to go into a wilderness area and get peace in that kind of place. To go to an ashram or a monastery. I mean, if things open up, I'm hoping that there will be places for people to go and have some kind of spiritual respite and revival, because they need it right now. We need this. We need more happiness. And this whole, you know, the next 4.5 weeks for you Pisces, I would just say lay low. There's going to be some losses, but just think of it, we're opening up space right now for something better and something new. And I hope for as great as your loss, so much more will be your joy in these coming weeks. Thank you so much for being with me. I would like you to ring the notification bell, share it with a friend. I love your comments, and subscribe to the channel. Looking forward to seeing you more and more in 2021 as we turn this world into the kind of world we want it to be. It's KozMcKev, Planetary Persuader. Checking out.
Citizen Television.